Hello sa inyo lahat, I'm Mr. ALJON Carl V. Garcia, ang inyong teacher sa Mathematics 7. Pag-aaralan natin ngayon ang properties of operations. So ang objective natin ngayon ay illustrates the different properties of operations on the set of integers. So bago yun, reviewin muna natin ang inyong previous topic. So we have here the rules in adding integers. Kapag like signs, pag parehas silang positive or parehas negative, ipag-a-add natin. Example, we have 5 plus 6 equals 11. So parehas positive kaya pinag-add, which is 11. Then we have negative 2 plus negative 9 magiging negative 11. Next, kapag naman unlike signs or magkaiba sila ng sign, ipag-subtract natin. So we have negative 3 plus 6 equals 3. And then we have 7 plus negative 8, which is equal to negative 1. How about the rules in subtracting integers? So change the sign of the subtrahend and proceed to addition. Example, we have 5 minus 6. So yung 6, yung subtrahend, so babaguhin natin yung sign, magiging 5 plus negative 6. So proceed tayo sa rules in adding integers. So magiging 5 plus negative 6 equals negative 1. Then we have 7 minus negative 4 magiging 7 plus positive 4 equals 11. Now the rules in multiplying or dividing integers. Rule number 1. The product or quotient of a positive integer and a negative integer is negative. For example, we have the product 2 times negative 3 equals negative 6. Sa quotient naman, negative 8 divided by positive 2 equals negative 4. Next, rule number 2. The product or quotient of two positive integers is positive. So example, we have 4 times 3 equals 12 and 9 divided by 3 equals 3. And in rule number 3, the product or quotient of two negative integers is also positive. So parehas lang din. Basta magkakaparehas ang sign, positive sa product or sa quotient. So negative 2 times negative 5, we have positive 10. And negative 12 divided by negative 6 equals positive 2. Okay? So ngayon, pag-aaralan na natin ang properties of operations. In adding or multiplying integers, you must consider the different properties of operations. So, ready na ba kayo? Let's start. So, ito yung una nating properties of operation. So, the closure property of addition. So, 9 plus 8 equals 17. Negative 11 plus 5 equals negative 6. So for any integers a and b, a plus b is an integer. So this is closed for addition since the addends are integers. Therefore, the sum is also an integer. So yun yung sinasabi niya. Kung nag-add tayo at parehas naman silang integer, integer din yung magiging sum. Okay? Next, closure property naman of multiplication. So we have 6 times 8 equals 48. Negative 2 times 10 equals negative 20. So tama naman, equal naman sila. And that is the closure property of multiplication. For any integers a and b, a times b is an integer. So this is closed under multiplication since the factors are integers. The product is also an integer. So ganun lang siya kasimple. Ngayon naman ay commutative property of addition. So meron tayong 5 plus negative 7 equals negative 7 plus 5. Kinuha natin yung sagot, parehas silang negative 2. So ano ang ibig sabihin nun? Isa pa, meron tayong negative 6 plus negative 4 equals negative 4 plus negative 6. Pag kinuha natin ang sagot, magiging parehas na negative 10. So ano ibig sabihin ng commutative property of addition? So for any integers a and b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. The order of the addends will not affect the sum. So kahit balitarin natin yung addends, hindi siya mababago sa mismong sagot natin or dun sa mismong sum. How about the commutative property of multiplication? So ayan, pansin natin we have 2 times negative 8. Baliktarin natin, we have negative 8 times 2. Pag kinuha natin yung product, it's still the same, which is negative 16. Another example, we have 7 times 6 equals 6 times 7. Pag kinuha natin ang product, magiging 42. Parehas lang doon sa kabila. So for any integers a and b, a times b is also equal to b times a. The order of the factors will not affect the product. Ngayon naman, meron tayong associative property of addition. So for any integers a, b, and c, quantity a plus b plus c is equal to a plus quantity b plus c. So different groupings of addends will not affect the sum. So pag daw merong parenthesis, yun daw yung grouping symbol natin. Example, so pinagrupo dito yung 4 plus 8 sa una plus negative 5 equals 4 plus, yung pinagrupo naman na yung 8 and negative 5. So we have 8 plus negative 5. Tingnan natin. So yung 4 plus 8 pinag-add magiging 12 plus negative 5 equals 4 plus yung 8 plus negative 5 naman pinag-add muna. So magiging positive 3. So nawala na yung groupings. Ang tanong, parehas pa rin ba sila na magiging sagot? So yes, the answer is 7. Next, we have quantity negative 3 plus 7 plus 9 equals negative 3 plus quantity 7 plus 9. So dun muna tayo sa magkakagrupo. Negative 3 plus 7, we have 4 plus 9 equals negative 3. Then 7 plus 9 is 16. So parehas ba ng sagot? 4 plus 9 is 13 and negative 3 plus 16 is also 13. Okay. How about associative property of multiplication? For any integers a, b, and c, quantity a times b times c is also equal to a times quantity b times c. Okay, so different groupings of factors will also not affect the product. So ito example natin, magkagrupo yung 2 times 3 and then nasa labas yung 6. So we have 2 times 3 times 6 equals 2 times the quantity 3 times 6. So 2 times 3 muna, kaya naging 6 times 6 and then equals 2 times 3 times 6 is equal to 18. So magiging 2 times 18. So paras pa rin ba ng sagot? 6 times 6 is equal to 36, while 2 times 18 is also equal to 36. Sunod, we have quantity negative 2 times 3 times negative 9 equals negative 2 times the quantity 3 times negative 9. So magkagrupo sa una yung negative 2 and 3, sa kabila naman yung positive 3 and negative 9. So dun muna tayo sa groupings, kukunin natin yung product nila. We have negative 2 times 3, we have negative 6 times negative 9 equals negative 2 times 3 times negative 9, we have negative 27. Parehas ba na magiging sagot? That's C. So tama, parehas silang 54. Next, we have identity property of addition. So pagmasdan natin mabuti ang example, we have 24 plus 0, ang sagot ay 24. 0 plus negative 9, ang sagot din ay negative 9. So for any integer a plus 0 is equal to a. So the sum of any number and 0 will always be equal to the number. So the identity element of addition is 0. So kaya siya tinawag na identity kasi kung ano yung number na inad mo sa 0, yun pa din ang magiging sagot. Next, identity property of multiplication. So pagmasdan mabuti ulit, we have 8 times 1 equals 8. And then 1 times negative 57 equals negative 57. So halos may pagkakapareha siya dun sa addition. Pero ano yung identity element niya? Ang identity element ay 1. So for any integer a, 8 times 1 is equal to a. The product of any number and 1 will always be equal to the number. So the identity element of multiplication is 1. Next, additive inverse property. So for any integer a, a plus negative a is equal to 0. So mapansin nyo dun sa integers, yung a, ang inverse property niya ay negative a. So the opposite of the given integer is called its additive inverse. So sa additive inverse, kapag siya ay positive integer, gagawin mo siyang negative. Kapag naman negative integer, gagawin mo siyang positive. So the sum of a number and its additive inverse is 0. So let's have an example. So yung 5, ang additive inverse niya ay negative 5. Kaya pag pinag-add yung 5 plus negative 5, mag-i-equal siya sa 0. The next, we have negative 13. Ang additive inverse ng negative 13 ay positive 13. Kaya kapag pinag-add yung negative 13 plus 13, magiging 0. So, ganun lang kasimple. Sunod, we have multiplicative inverse property. The reciprocal of the given integer is called its multiplicative inverse. So, iba siya doon sa additive inverse kasi kukunin natin yung reciprocal niya. From numerator to denominator and denominator to numerator. So the product of a number and its multiplicative inverse is 1. So let's have examples. We have 4. Ang multiplicative inverse niya ay 1/4. So kung pinag-multiply natin, magiging 1. Next, negative 7. Ang multiplicative inverse niya ay negative 1/7. So it is also equal to 1. And that is the multiplicative inverse property. Meron din tayong zero property of multiplication. So we have negative 59 times 0 is equal to 0. And 0 times positive 13 equals 0. So ano napansin natin? For any integer a times 0 is equal to 0. Any number multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. So ito yung pinakamadali sa lahat ng property kung saan pag multiply natin yung number sa 0 ay laging ang magiging product ay 0. Next, distributive property of multiplication over addition. So, pinagsama yung dalawa at tingnan natin. For any integers a, b, and c, a times the quantity b plus c is also equal to a times b plus a times c. So, mapansin nyo na i-distribute yung a doon sa b plus c by multiplication. So, adding first before multiplying or distributing the factor to each addend will give the same result. So, example, we have 5 times the quantity 3 plus 9 equals 5 times 3 plus 5 times 9. So, kung dinistribute mo yung 5 sa 3 at 9, pares pa rin ba siya kung unahin mo munang ipag-add yung 3 plus 9 bago mo i-multiply? Tingnan natin. So, inuna muna natin i-add yung 3 and 9. We have 12. So, 5 times 12 equals 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 9 is 45. So, parehas pa rin ba ng sagot? Tama, parehas pa din. So, 5 times 12 is equal to 60, while 15 plus 45 is also 60. Next, we have negative 5 times the quantity negative 3 plus 10 equals negative 5 times negative 3 plus negative 5 times 10. So, kung unahin natin yung addition, we have negative 3 plus 10 is equal to 7. Kaya magiging negative 5 times 7 equals, so we have negative 5 times negative 3 magiging 15 plus negative 5 times 10 is negative 50. So, parehas ba magiging sagot nila? Negative 5 times 7 is negative 35, while 15 plus negative 50 is also negative 35. Nice job! At yun yung ating properties of operation. So let's have some activities. Tingnan natin kung naintindihan natin yung ating lesson. Activity 1. Complete the following to make true statements. Then determine the property applied. So 1 to 6, sasagutan natin. Doon sa 1 to 6, may mga blanco dyan, pupunan nyo ng tamang sagot para mag-equal siya. Okay? And then, aalamin nyo kung anong properties ang ginamit at isusulat yon sa kanang bahagi. So, pwede nyo i-pause yung video para masagutan nyo. At pagtapos na kayo, pwede nyo ulit i-play yung video. Okay, let's check if your answers are correct. So, for number 1, negative 12 plus 12 is equal to 0, and it is in the additive inverse property. Next, number 2, quantity 20 plus 4 plus 5 equals 20 plus quantity 4 plus 5. So, mag-groupings tayo. Anong gagamitin natin? We have the associative property of addition. Next, number 3, we have 1. So, 10 times 1 equals 10. And that is identity property of multiplication. Next, we have number 4, negative 3 times the quantity 2 plus 8 equals negative 6 plus negative 24. So, mapansin nyo, nasa distributive property of multiplication over addition yan. Next, number 5, we have 16 times negative 2 equals negative 2 times 16. And that is commutative property of multiplication. And last, number 6, we have 21 times 0 equals 0. And that is the zero property of multiplication. So, tama ba na nakuha nyo lahat ang mga sagot? Magaling! Activity number 2. Identify the property being used in each situation, then express the statement in mathematical form. So, our first statement, Mr. Ben needs to buy 2 sets of 3 bananas and 2 oranges for his son and daughter as snacks on their trip. How many fruits does he need to buy? So, pwede nyo ulit i-pause yung video para masagutan yung ating problem, at kapag tapos na, pwede nyo nang i-play yung video para malaman kung tama ang ating sagot. Okay, tingnan natin kung tama ang inyong nakuhang sagot. So, ang solusyon natin, siya ay nasa distributive property of multiplication over addition. Yung 2 sets ay yung factor, and then yung 3 bananas and 2 oranges ay ipag-add. So, we have 2 times the quantity 3 plus 2 equals 2 times 3 plus 2 times 2. So, ang magiging sagot ay 2 times 5 is 10, while 6 plus 4 is also 10. So, we have 10 fruits. Well done! Natapos natin ang properties of operation. So, we have here the references. And that's all. Thank you everyone. Salamat sa panonood.